All right. Hi, Harry. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing great. And how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking. So, the last time that we spoke, you mentioned that you wanted to learn about verb tenses and grammar. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, wonderful. Well, I'm going to share with you a little bit of grammar, a little bit about verb tenses, and we're going to practice using a very fun topic of hobbies. How does that sound?
It sounds interesting.
Wonderful. I'm really excited. So I am creating a document for you, which has our lesson. I'm also going to make notes of any corrections and new words that we learned today. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Here we go. Let's get started. So today's topic is hobbies. What are these hobbies? What are these three people doing? What's her hobby?
Uh, Running, playing a guitar, and I don't know what's that. Sky,
Oh, you're
ski.
really close. Ski. She is skiing.
Okay.
Skiing. Good job. Good job. I want to help you with the pronunciation of the word for this instrument. Guitar. Guitar.
Guitar.
Yes, that's perfect. Can you tell me what she's doing again?
She's playing a guitar.
Oh, that's right. She's playing the guitar. She's playing the guitar.
She's playing the guitar.
Yes, that's right. Perfect. When we talk about playing a musical instrument, we always say playing the and the instruments. So playing the plus your musical instrument name. All right, great job. Great job. Now we're going to talk about something that's even more fun, which is your hobbies. Do you have any hobbies?
Uh, yeah, I like I like to watch series and and reading a book.
Oh, reading books. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Great. What kind of books do you like to read?
I had a one is for religion books, and I also have one for horror history about the history that happened in the past. So I like that one, and I'm started now reading about politics.
Oh, very good. That's wonderful. So when we talk about the genre of books that we like, we can say, I like reading, and then you're going to continue with that genre and books. So I like reading political books, horror books, or religious books. These are the kind of books you enjoy reading. Okay, very good.
Okay.
Did you have a question?
No, no.
Okay, very good. Let's keep going. So, why do you like these hobbies? Why do you like to watch TV and read books?
Uh, First, watching TV helped me to concentrate myself and also to learn because I'm a distracted person. And when I watch video, I get a more concentrate and I learn the better. And I read books because my brain is not working well. I sometimes forget important things, and I read about books that is the best or the perfect way to not forget things.
That's wonderful. Those are great ways to improve your memory and learn more. That's great. I want to help you with the word concentrate. So, you mentioned that reading books helps you concentrate yourself. In English, this word is not reflexive. That means we don't have to mention who we're concentrating. Just it helps me concentrate on and the topic. So concentrate on plus the topic. I concentrate myself doesn't quite work in English, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to highlight this new phrase in green so that when you look back at your notes, you can easily see what works for us in English and what doesn't work. Great job. I love how much thought you put into finding hobbies that help you improve your life. That's wonderful. So, when did you start this hobby of reading books, Harry?
And 2 years ago, I started reading books. It was a Spanish book, and now after 2 months ago, I started reading in English. Because I mentioned before that I sometimes forget things. That's what I'm doing now. So I liked.
Very good. So you mentioned you started reading books 2 years ago, and 2 months ago you started reading English books. That's great. That's some really useful information that's going to help us in just a minute. Do you have any ideas of how we're going to use that info?
No, no.
Okay, well, you'll find out. Let's keep going. Now, I want to share with you a couple of phrasal verbs in English. Do you know what phrasal verbs are?
And I know, but some of them I don't know how to use it.
Okay, very good. So I'm going to help you with two phrasal verbs that are really useful when we're talking about our hobbies. The first one is to take up. To take up. Have you ever heard this one before?
No.
Oh, great. I'm glad I'm teaching you something new. The phrase to take up means to start doing an activity, to start a hobby. Here's an example sentence. Can you read this one for me?
Okay. Last year, I took up swimming.
You got it. Very good. I took up swimming. Took.
Mhm.
Very good. Can you use this phrasal verb in a sentence to describe some of your recent hobbies?
Uh, 2 years, I took up reading.
Very good. Good. Now I want to help you. First, I want to tell you that you used the phrasal verb perfectly. Great job. You said 2 years I took up reading. Can you find any corrections in this sentence? It's okay if you can't, but I want to test your memory.
Um, um, mm, After 2 years, I took up reading. No.
Okay, no problem. That's okay.
Uh,
When we talk about the time in the past when we started our activity, we say 2 years ago. Ago.
okay.
All right. But your phrasal verb was very well done. Great job. Good job. The next phrasal verb is to be into. To be into. When we use this one, we're going to conjugate to be. So I am into or you are into. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Have you ever heard this one before?
No.
Okay. When we say that we are into something, that means that we are interested in doing something. It talks about how much we like an activity. Okay? We're
Yeah.
going to, okay, great. We're going to find out a little bit more about how to use it in this sentence. Could you read it out loud for me?
Yeah. I took up swimming because I'm into exercising and I love the water. Water.
Very good. Great pronunciation. So I want you to notice that with both took up and into, the verbs follow with the ing form. Did you notice?
I see there, but I don't know how and why it's followed by ing.
That's a great question. Some verbs will end with ing after prepositions. It's actually really common in English, but it's not always the case. I recommend that when you learn new phrasal verbs, pay a lot of attention to the words that come after the phrasal verb. That'll help you understand how to use it. Now, because you're paying attention to it, you understand that I'm into exercising works, not I'm into exercise. Okay?
Okay.
All right, great. Can you tell me about something that you're into?
Uh, I'm into practicing sport because I like.
Right, that's wonderful. Great job. Now, we're going to remember that information you gave me about when you started reading in English and in Spanish. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Here we go. So, in English, when we want to talk about something that we started in the past and we're still doing right now, we have a special verb tense for that. Have you ever practiced this one before?
And
Okay, no problem. We're going to work on it today. This is called the present perfect continuous tense. It's okay if you don't remember what it's called. It's more important that you know how to use it. I like to think of this one as past plus present. We conjugate it like this. I have been with your verb and the ing. You have been verbing. Harry has been verbing. Jessica has been verbing. Harry and Jessica have been verbing. So it's have or has, depending on who is doing the activity, been, and your verb in the ing form. Okay?
okay.
All right. Now, the reason that this verb tense is so important is because we often use this to talk about how long we've started doing an activity and continue doing it. I'll give you an example. You told me that you started reading books in English 2 months ago. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the past, and you're still reading English books now. So now we're going to add a little bit more information. First, I want you to add that verb of read, reading books, to this verb. Can you make that sentence for me?
Okay. I have been reading books for since 2 months.
Okay, you did so good. Now I'm going to help you with how to use since. When we talk about how long, how much time we've been doing something, we're going to use the word for. If we want to mention the time that we started doing this activity, we're going to use the word since. Here's an example. I have been swimming for 2 years. For, and then the amount of time I've been swimming. She has been studying since December. Here, we mention when she started swimming. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I want you to try that sentence again. Can you tell me about when you started reading English books?
I have been reading books for 2 months.
Yes, that's perfect. Good job. And what about sports? How long have you been playing sports?
I have been playing sports since child.
Okay, since I was a child. Since
Since
I
was
was a child.
yeah.
Very good. Good. Now, let's talk about some of the other hobbies that you've been doing. Tell me about watching TV shows. When did you start doing that?
I have been watching a TV show for a couple of years.
Mm, a couple years? When you say a
Yeah,
couple, that means more than one. So a couple years.
a couple of years.
Yes, very good. Great job. What's your favorite TV show to watch?
My favorite TV show is Steve Harvey when they ask question to other person like I forgot the name of the TV show, but it's I don't know if you know Steve Harvey.
I do.
Mm,
He's a
yeah,
very
yeah,
funny comedian.
yeah,
I bet
yeah.
you enjoy watching him, don't you?
Uh, yeah.
Okay, good, good. So now, here's a little reminder. Let's read this one together. I'd really like to hear you read this, and when you read it out loud, it makes it even easier for you to remember. Would you read this screen for me?
How long you have been practicing this hobby? I have been
Mhm.
uh reading
Good.
uh, the book for amount of time.
Good. Good. So 4 and the amount of
Mhm,
time, since,
mhm,
and
mhm.
then the date, the month,
Months.
or the
Mhm,
year. That's
yeah.
right. And I noticed when you were telling me about your sports hobby that you didn't tell me a year or a month, but you mentioned a period of time or something, an event. So you can use the entire sentence since I was a child or since I took classes. You can use an entire sentence to describe that time if you don't remember the year or the month. Okay?
Okay. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. No problem. So that's the end of our class for today, Harry. You did so good. I really liked that you paid a lot of attention to the verb forms that we were looking at, and also your pronunciation was fantastic. Great job. I want to remind you that when we talk about activities that we enjoy doing, we're always going to talk about the things we like in the plural form. So we don't just enjoy reading one book, we enjoy reading many books. So we would say that we enjoy reading books, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. We're about to wrap up, meaning we're about to finish for today. Do you have any questions for me?
No, no questions.
All right, great job. I hope that you find our notes useful. You did such a good job today. Well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.